Hey, hello, good evening. Today I'm going to talk about the podcast. So let's get started. So recently I have gotten some information from almost all the podcasts. For example, daily news daily news and the the news of IT industry or the trend of Japan and the United States. So because after buying the AirPods, I have felt very I have felt very good for for getting information from AirPods and podcast. For example, while I cleaning up my bathroom, I always put my AirPods on my ears, and when I do dishes, I always put put them on my ears. So and the almost the reason why I use the podcast is there is no of course there's no cables and the noise cancelling features. So the noise cancelling feature is very good. The reason why I purchased the AirPods was the feature of the noise cancelling because in last winter I wanted to concentrate on studying for some reasons, so that's why. But actually I love to study in cafeteria in the large station, and but the cafeteria is big had become a little bit noisier, so that's why I decided to purchase it for using the for use of the noise cancelling feature. And after that, I found that I found out that the feature is very good, and so of course of course the people who are using the earphone know the feature is very good, but I strongly recommend to purchase it for people who want to concentrate on something, even in the a little bit noise concentration. So and that is the reason I purchased the airport. And around me, many of my friends purchased that earphone before me. So and they always recommended me many times, and they even said, why didn't you purchase the earphone, even you are a programmer, and I know you have to concentrate on the programming for a long time, and even under the a little bit noise situation, for example the office where many people are discussing. But actually I refused it for a long time because the price is I think it's very expensive. So the price is it cost me around 30,000 yen, 30,000 yen, and it is I think it equals my monthly monthly cost of food. So that's why I can't at that time I couldn't imagine that I purchased the earphone, and but finally can't I couldn't stand not to buy the airport because of the many people recommend the good feature of noise cancelling. So finally, I purchased it this last January, and I can't I can't live without it. And the first time or the early time when I started to use the airport, I only used to I only used to listen to some musics and only I use only I sometimes used only the noise cancelling feature, but after that I found that the podcasts podcasts are very informative for me, and I think I found that it was very efficient for me to get some informations because I can get I said before I can get some information the with doing something. So and for example, doing dishes or doing laundry or only even commuting, and I always I listened to musics while I'm commuting before, but now I always listen to the podcast every time while I'm commuting in the train. So the what? So you found that you find that what I'm listening to as a podcast. So for example, I listen to the sound news, which is the which duration the duration whose duration is around 5 minutes, and it is very short, but the detail is very interesting. The name is the name is News Connect, and which is broadcast one content per day, and the content was made every day, and the duration is 5 minutes, and the on Saturday or Sunday the content duration is 30 minutes, and the Saturday's news is the list of the weekly news, and get if you get interested in the news connect, I recommend you should listen to the on Saturday's news. So if you listen to the podcast, you can understand what will happen in the week, and you can understand the economy things and the political news all over the world, and I think you can get very good information, and the commentator is good very controversial the controversial issues, so the discussion is very interesting, and so you can get some notion about the weekly news, and in addition to the just the fact of the news. So that would make you interesting that make you interesting more. So and the news connect will make you deep into the worldwide news and worldwide knowledge, and that is very good, I think. And after that, apart from the news podcast, I listen to many podcasts. So and I want to talk about it in other vlog, and I have many favorite podcast, so that's why I want to talk about it in each vlogs. So in the future. So today that's all. Goodbye.